Revving through the world of motorcycle clubs, one name echoes louder than the rest: the Hells Angels. Their tough image and thunderous bikes create a magnetism that sparks curiosity. Today, we're diving into the big question that's got everyone wondering. How dangerous are the Hells Angels really? Forget the cliches, we're peeling back the layers. Picture this as a journey where we unravel the mystery, exploring recent chats with Joe Rogan and Jimmy Carr. Beyond the leather jackets and wild stories, what's the real deal with the Hells Angels? Grab your curiosity, hop on, and let's cruise through the lesser-known side of this infamous motorcycle brotherhood. Numerous U.S. law enforcement agencies categorize the Hells Angels as part of the Big Four motorcycle gangs, alongside the Pagans, the Outlaws, and the Bandidos. They assert that members engage in widespread violent and organized criminal activities, including drug dealing, trafficking stolen goods, extortion, and involvement in prostitution operations. In Australia, the Hells Angels are recognized among the Big Six, alongside the Bandidos, Comanchero, Finks, Mongols, and Rebels. Despite law enforcement claims, members maintain that they are simply a community of motorcycle enthusiasts gathering for group rides, social events, fundraisers, parties, and rallies. They argue that any criminal actions are the responsibility of individuals, not the entire club. The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, HAMC, boasts a global presence with over 100 chapters spanning across 29 countries. New Zealand marked the inception of the first Hells Angels charter outside the United States. Established in Auckland in 1961, subsequently extending its influence to Wanganui. The club's foothold in Europe solidified in 1969 with the formation of 2 London charters. Notably, in 1968, members from the HAMC San Francisco were invited by George Harrison of the Beatles to stay at Apple Records in London. Despite only 2 members making the journey, their presence left a lasting impact. 2 London residents ventured to California, underwent the prospecting process, and eventually joined. By July 30, 1969, 2 charters emerged, South London and East London, later amalgamating in 1973 to form the unified London Charter. The London Angels played a role in securing events like Fun City in 1970, earning recognition from figures like Mick Farren. The Hells Angels expanded to Canada in 1977, absorbing the Popeye Moto Club to establish the Hells Angels Montreal chapter. The subsequent decades witnessed a significant club expansion across Canada, leading to the infamous Quebec Biker War from 1994 to 2002. The conflict erupted as the Hells Angels sought dominance in street-level drug sales, sparking a violent turf war with rival groups like the Rock Machine. The war resulted in numerous casualties, bombings, and incarcerations, leaving a lasting impact on Quebec's criminal landscape. Additionally, members of the Spanish charter faced legal repercussions for their involvement in a homicide. In May 2019, a Utrecht court delivered a landmark verdict, marking the Netherlands as the inaugural country to impose a comprehensive ban on the Hells Angels. The presiding judge characterized the ban as a response to the club being deemed a threat to public order and the rule of law. While other nations, such as Germany, had previously banned local chapters, this decision represented the first instance of a complete prohibition on the entire club. This ban was later affirmed on July 15, 2022, by the Supreme Court of the Netherlands, solidifying its permanence. Hamilton and the Hells Angels entered the lively discourse of the Joe Rogan Experience, where the esteemed UK comedian Jimmy Carr shared a delightful anecdote in the January episode. This influential US podcast, reaching millions of avid listeners, serves as a dynamic platform for engaging discussions spanning diverse topics. In this particular episode, Carr artfully spun a tale centered around his New Zealand tour, exploring the nuances of brotherhood, laughter, and the complexities of civilization. The October podcast segment saw Joe Rogan reminiscing about an outdoor concert in Austin, Texas. Seizing the comedic reins, Carr quipped, "Security wasn't done by the Hells Angels again, was it?" The seemingly innocuous remark subtly referenced the historic Altamont Free concert in 1969, where the Rolling Stones employed the Hells Angels for security, resulting in tumultuous outcomes. Carr's clever nod added cultural depth to the conversation, intertwining entertainment and history. As the banter unfolded, the mention of Hamilton and the Hells Angels infused a distinctive flavor into the dialogue, showcasing the podcast's ability to seamlessly blend humor, personal anecdotes, and cultural references. The convergence of international figures on the Joe Rogan Experience underscores its global resonance, where unexpected players like Hamilton and the Hells Angels contribute to the podcast's diverse narrative tapestry. According to Wikipedia, the Hells Angels had been tasked with preventing audience members from reaching the stage during the concert. Amid the event, a gang member fatally stabbed and beat an 18-year-old man. Notably, a jury acquitted the gang member of murder, citing self-defense. In the podcast, Joe Rogan delves into Hunter S. Thompson's book on the Hells Angels, highlighting that many early gang members were Vietnam War veterans grappling with post-traumatic stress, struggling to assimilate back into society. Jimmy Carr, not having read the book, humorously chimed in, suggesting that the Hells Angels' motto might be, "Two can keep a secret, if one is dead." Carr's jest added a light-hearted touch to the serious topic, capturing the essence of the conversation about the notorious motorcycle club. Revisiting his performance in Hamilton, Jimmy Carr began by expressing his admiration for New Zealand and Australia, describing them as phenomenal and emphasizing the warmth of the audiences and the wonderful people. Reflecting on his gig in Hamilton, Carr shared an amusing encounter. Praising the vibrant atmosphere, Carr mentioned the significant presence of biker gangs in New Zealand. Recounting a conversation with an audience member in the front row, Carr humorously remarked, "The guy kind of looked a bit scrawny." When Carr inquired about the individual's role in the Hells Angels, the unexpected response came: "Accounts." Carr couldn't help but find humor in the revelation that this seemingly unassuming individual was, in fact, the accounts guy for the notorious motorcycle club. This light-hearted exchange added a humorous twist to Carr's experience in Hamilton, showcasing the unpredictability and diversity of the audience he encountered during his show. While the accuracy of Carr's remark about the accounts guy couldn't be verified, he emphasized, "He was wearing the biker thing, he had the biker tats, but a really scrawny guy." Injecting humor into the situation, Carr playfully pondered the inner workings of someone who joins a biker gang and contemplates their role, quipping, "Am I getting the crystal meth? Am I running the hookers? Am I protection?" He jokingly speculated that the unexpected response might be, "No, we need someone to do double-entry bookkeeping." Carr found amusement in the idea that amidst the rugged image of a biker gang, there's someone diligently handling the administrative tasks. The notion of someone doing double-entry bookkeeping for the Hells Angels struck Carr as particularly unusual, adding a whimsical layer to the narrative. The British comedian, in a seemingly reflective moment, drew a parallel between gang members and comedians, remarking, "Outcasts in society that all come together and find a brotherhood? Did you just open a comedy club?" Now, let's dive into figuring out if the Hells Angels are really as dangerous as people say. When we look back at their history, we find stories about them doing things that got them in trouble, like being accused of organized crime and having conflicts with other groups and the police. It all makes their image seem kind of tense, but it's not as simple as it seems. Beyond the tough image, the Hells Angels also do good things for the community. They're into charity work and other positive activities. Checking out these good deeds gives us a fuller picture, asking us to think about both the not-so-great and really good sides of this mysterious motorcycle club. It's like looking at a painting. There's a whole lot more to it than just what's on the surface. Now that we've peeled back the layers of the Hells Angels' reputation, it's clear there's more to the story than meets the eye. The question lingers. Are the Hells Angels truly as dangerous as the narratives suggest, or is there a more complex reality behind the scenes? Your thoughts matter. What's your take on the Hells Angels? Drop your comments below and let's keep the conversation rolling. If you enjoyed this journey of exploration, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more captivating content, and ring the notification bell to stay updated. Until next time, ride safe and keep questioning.